tatta dhim tatakita dhim tadim tattam. It's very common in archetypal traditions to invite a contemplation of ancientness, and it can take different forms in different traditions. So, for example, in some traditions, this is the worship of ancestors or forefathers, or it could be in the form of deities that represent an ancientness. For example, there is the goddess Dhumavathi in Indian archetypal tradition, who is presented as an aging body, a goddess inhabiting an aging body, who walks around at the margins of time in lonely deserts, and who is feared and revered in equal measure. This invocation of time as ancient is also expressed as primordiality, something that is incessant, something that pre-exists our meaning making, our existence, even our own existence in this life, in this consciousness, in this body. And it is therefore not just something that is other because it is ancient, but in a paradoxical way, it is also that we are part of this ancientness, that in the here and now, in the present, somehow we also express and manifest, and we are materially also this primordiality or this ancientness. And I've always wondered, why is it that primordiality or this ancientness or this consideration of a long past, a long arc of time, and why it's important? Before I reflect on that, I just want to share with you this beautiful book that I've been reading, which speaks about deep time. So it's a book about geology and earth, and it speaks about deep time. And in the book, I find out how the earth's plates, the crust of the earth, is made up of these tectonic plates, which are constantly in what is called a flow. And it's such a beautiful word because it is deeply connected to dance. Flow is the essence of dance as well. So these plates are constantly moving around, and they also hold within their layers, they hold the history or the past of this amazing planet. And this is not just a historical past, but it is indeed what is this primordial past, because we are speaking about this in terms of billions of years or millions of years, and not just hundreds of thousands of years or thousands of years. But so there is this deep, long arc of time. And as I was reading this book, something really landed in me about why is it that in archetypal traditions, we have this importance to consideration of this long arc of time, the geological deep time. Because what came to me is this sense of being just here in this long procession of time, and this moment, which is my life, or less than a moment really, even some milliseconds, or if that, of this time I have, but yet somehow I am also meaningful in that long arc of time. I don't come here separate from this deep time, just as those fossils. So when you look at these different layers of earth, you sometimes find fossils in those layers, the fossil of some ancient, now extinct deep sea creature that is found, for example, in rocks or in the crust, which are very close to cities where there is no sign of the sea anymore. And this completely different reality, this different story about this earth on which we live, and about which we have so little idea, even with all of the geology, it is almost like it's the tip of an iceberg. That is the immensity or the vastness of everything that brings us into this millisecond of our own expression and existence, and yet very much standing upon this big, deep time that has gone before us. And to me, it was this incredible sensation, almost like a liberation. It didn't feel as if I was meaningless, quite the contrary. It felt as if the meaning of my life, the expression of my life is unconditionally purposeful, because it is part of this long procession of earth, of the universe itself. It is not about me finding a meaning and purpose that is completely other and as if I have to invent it or somehow construct it, but something about that experience of being part of this deep time and yet also very present and manifest here brought an experience of landing, as if this is the right moment. The time is now. This is the moment. It is now that I need to be here and that I need to express myself, and that what I will express will draw upon this deep billions of years of ancientness and also my millisecond of dancing in this moment.